o'clock on this Tuesday morning, July 7th. Thank you for joining us on Ark Rochester. I'm Abby Fridman.
And I'm Stephanie Joseph. We've got a lot to get to this morning, but we first want to get a look at some of the news you need to know.
Christian Garzone live in the newsroom for us. He's taking a look at some of our headlines this morning. Christian?
Yeah, we begin with a potential curfew for teens in Rochester being considered by city leaders. This coming after a string of violence following 4th of July celebrations. Rochester Mayor Malik Evans says the city's legal counsel is exploring the possibility of implementing a curfew. 7 people were shot. Another person was stabbed in Rochester's East End early Sunday morning. All of the victims, including teenagers and a 12-year-old, are expected to survive. The tour bus driver charged in a fatal crash along the Thruway in Pembroke last summer has pleaded guilty to 5 counts of criminally negligent homicide. 56-year-old Bin Shao faces between 1 1/3 to 4 years in state prison. Shao told investigators he tried to pick up a loose water bottle when he lost control of the bus, causing the crash. 5 people died and dozens were injured. The United States' World Cup dream is over after a 4-1 loss to Belgium Monday night in Seattle. Midfielder Malik Tillman scored the Americans' only goal, but after several defensive mistakes led to an easy win for the Belgians. The U.S. was allowed to play striker Flo Balogun after President Trump revealed he petitioned FIFA's president for a review of a red card he received last week. A traffic alert for drivers today and for the next few days. A portion of 390 southbound will be down to 1 lane overnight. This is between the Chile Avenue and East Henrietta Road exits while paving operations are underway. Work will happen nightly until July the 21st, and the road will reopen around 7 o'clock each morning. Drivers are asked to follow the posted detours. And that's what you need to know. Right back to you ladies in the studio.
All right, Christian, thank you. We appreciate it.
Let's get a look at what we have brewing for the next 2 hours, starting with e-bikes growing in popularity, but so are the number of serious injuries. Doctors from Golisano Children's Hospital will join us to share what they're seeing here in our community, the rules every parent should know, and how to help keep kids safe this summer.
Yeah, then one of Rochester's biggest community celebrations is growing even bigger. This morning, we're looking ahead to the Jordan Health Front Porch Festival. It's coming up next month. We're getting a preview of the new basketball and baseball tournaments they have planned and the free health screenings they will have available for the whole family.
And later, get ready to look up to the skies as the Geneseo Airshow returns this weekend. This morning, we are sitting down with the Airshow coordinators to learn more about the greatest show on turf and some of the thrilling aerial performances you won't want to miss.
But before all of that, a check of our forecast. It's a Tuesday. It feels like a Tuesday, at least mood-wise. But when it comes to the forecast, we're going to have a pretty clear day, sunshine, 80-degree temperatures. Meteorologist Marty Snyder is tracking all of that good news. Marty?
Oh, thanks, Evie. Yeah, we are going to see at least a lot of improvement in the weather. Some areas are getting there right now. Others, it's just going to take a little longer for that to fully play out. And it's mainly a few showers that are sitting mostly to the south and southeast of Rochester right now through Livingston County, more so through the Finger Lakes. So again, that activity will continue to move out of the picture, but still we're seeing some of those hold on mainly just off to the southeast of town, and they will dissipate. Already we're seeing some sunshine working in a little closer to Rochester. You can see some cloud cover, but also some breaks of blue working in there as well off to the northwest. And it's those areas up along the lakeshore west of Rochester that'll see that sunshine first, and then we're just going to see more and more towns get into that as that clearing makes its way more to the inland areas. But temperatures right now, they're mainly in the 60s to near 70. We'll rise through the 70s today. That'll put us up to near 80 for a high. I think we're going to see what's left of those showers end for the early portion of the day for the Finger Lakes where they are right now. Most areas are pretty much done with that rain. 84 for tomorrow, back into some sunshine then, maybe a late day shower, a thunderstorm Thursday. And then as we head into the weekend, actually looking pretty nice. A lot of 80s showing up for highs. Average highs about 82, and I think we'll be on either side of that over some of these upcoming days. A couple degrees below today, but then back above average as we head through the rest of the week.
That's a great place to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The beach, the pool, also great places to be.
Good ideas. Yeah, and the good news is it's not really going to be that high humidity level nor excessive heat that we had last week. Just a summer-like feel without that extra that we experienced last week.
Very good. All right, Marty, thank you.
Okay.
All right, let's go off the top now and start with some things that have piqued our interest this morning. I'll start off today. Southwest Airlines is reviving an age-old debate about whether it's okay to stand up as soon as the flight lands. So the carrier took to Threads last week to voice its opinion on the matter. The post included a clap emoji after every word, so just imagine it as I'm saying it. So it said, quote, You won't get off the plane faster by standing up 0.001 seconds after the seatbelt sign turns off. Well, a lot of people, they were outspoken, literally clapping back using emojis as well in the comments. We'll see if we can get a few of them here. All right, this user writing, quote, I have to pee and I'm afraid of plane bathrooms. So they're justifying why they get up. Rob said, quote, I'm standing up because I've been sitting for 5 hours and I need to stretch my legs. Austin, along with a lot of other people, saying your leg room is insufficient for anyone over 5'6", so we need to stand up again to feel our legs. Isaiah adding, quote, I feel attacked. Some people hurling criticism at Southwest as well. This person, Belinda, not mincing words. She said, quote, who is the tone-deaf marketer that thought this one up? People don't stand up quickly so they can get off faster. They just want to get out of those absurdly cramped and uncomfortable seats. And on to the question that a lot of people are probably wondering, what is the point of this post? When should we stand up? All right, so People magazine actually spoke to a travel advisor last year to help shed some light on why some people stand up. Nicole Campoy Jackson from Fora Travel says some people may want some movement after sitting for an extended period of time, which is what a lot of commenters had expressed. And maybe some people want to beat the rush or make a connecting flight. And while Jackson says it's okay to stand, she does draw the line at moving into the aisle. And I tried to find any report about proper landing etiquette for passengers to finally put this debate to rest. I did unfortunately come up short, but I did find an article from NerdWallet with recommendations on how to exit. So, an expert they spoke to back in 2024 says it's an unspoken rule to let those closest to the door leave first. So that's what you should be doing. What do you do when the plane lands, when you're allowed to take your seatbelt off? And if you stand, why do you do it?
Listen, you go in order from the front of the plane to the back of the plane. If you get up and you start standing in the aisles, it's just going to mess with the whole system.
Yeah.
Like, sorry. No, I don't care if you... Listen, I'm a tall lady. I have real long legs, all right? I have to buy extra long jeans. That's how, I get it. I feel you, okay? It is uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. But guess what? You're just going to have to deal with it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What good is it going to do? And again, I feel for you, all right? But it's not going to change anything.
It's not. Every time, it happens like clockwork, no matter what flight. It could be an hour flight. People are still going to stand up. And I get how people in the aisle would want to do that, closest to the aisle, I should say, because they can reach the overhead. But when it comes to people that are sitting inside, first of all, you're probably going to have to crouch, which is very uncomfortable, probably more uncomfortable than probably your knees are feeling at that point. So it makes sense not to stand. And then there's always a period of time, a couple minutes, maybe 10, could be more, that you have to wait for them to get all the landing gear and everything in place so that you can actually leave. So at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense to stand at all. You know, obviously those people who need circulation, very important. But I don't know. It just...
Yeah. Listen, I am sure I'm going to get some angry Facebook comments because I've had a lot of them lately on some of the takes that I've had. And I'm sorry, I am. Really.
I don't think it's a hot take. People are literally saying, well, I understand why some people need to stand for circulation purposes, but I don't understand when it comes to needing to get off the plane sooner. If you have a connecting flight.
If you have, and again, hot take, if it's that serious, I feel like there should be other accommodations in place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I feel like that should be, you're at the front of the plane.
Yeah.
Or, you have the seat with the extra leg room.
Yeah.
If it's that serious, why are you crammed in the back with the rest of us? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, what would be ideal here is if planes just started giving you more leg room.
That would be fantastic.
Why do my knees have to touch my chin?
I know.
That's wild. That's insane. For long flights?
Yeah. It would be better if we could all have some extra leg room instead of those front seats, a couple of them. My knees hurt after an hour flight.
You think about the first class experience, right? When I was a kid, that was you got champagne. I never got to fly first class, but you got champagne and there was nicer seating and whatever. And now it's if you want to sit in a seat that is almost comfortable, you're going to have to pay for first class, and we still might not even give you a bag of pretzels.
That is the thing as well. What happened to the complimentary snacks?
I can't even talk about it because I get so angry. So my parents live in Nashville, and we've gone down a handful of times to go see them, and more times than not, they have gone on the intercom and they've said that the flight is too short and we will not be passing out snacks. And I'm like, and they won't be serving drinks. And like, listen, most of the time, I don't actually eat them. You know, most of the time I pass. But I would still like to be asked.
Some water, you know?
A water, a coffee, like anything.
It's a journey to get to the destination, to get there to the airline and actually go through TSA. So the day starts before you even board.
Yes.
So it's nice to have a little extra something.
Absolutely. And you know how much airport coffee costs? And most of the time, you can't use your gift cards. Listen, I hate flying more than the average person, and I will die on that hill. Like, I go to the airport and I'm instantly angry. If you've ever met me at the airport, and there are many of you who have, I'm really sorry if I was like not looking extremely joyous, because I wasn't.
The backpack is full of stuff. I'm just trying to get through TSA. Yeah.
And it's never personal. It's just, it's stressful, you know? And then you go and you have to go through security and they're yelling at you about your bag and your shoes and your belt. And I'm like, it changes everywhere. Like, why are you yelling at me? When I went through here earlier, they said I didn't need to take off my shoes and now I have to. I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, it's very stressful. Okay, sorry, I'm ranting. Southwest, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah.
Like, you need to just come up with something.
Maybe they were trying to get people to talk, so mission accomplished.
Could be. They needed those social media engagements, right? All right, we'll move along to mine. Story out of Kansas City. Fire and police departments rescued a dog that got stuck in a well after getting scared by fireworks. I wrote little guy, but he's a big boy. His name's Brisket. He tumbled down a 15-foot well filled with water, oil, and sewage. He's a big boy. This all happening on the 4th of July. In a social media post, the rescue center said the big guy had been yelping for hours before finally somebody heard his cries. Firefighters climbed down a ladder and they were able to scoop the handsome guy out. After getting a good look at the pup, they determined he had been on his own his entire life, probably living on the streets, never knowing love or companionship. You can see his ribs there. You can really only imagine how scared he must have been. I mean, look at his eyes, his tail tucked between his legs. You just feel so sad for him. Once he was out, the fire department gave him a reward for being such a good boy. I wonder if we have the picture. Well, not that picture. But they gave him a big hunk of brisket, hence his name. I'm guessing it came from somebody's 4th of July barbecue. But the fire department took Brisket to the Animal Services Center for some more advanced care. After all, he had been living on the streets. They had no idea what kind of shape he would be in. Amazingly enough, he wasn't seriously hurt after that fall, but he definitely needed some TLC. We were told he was thoroughly washed with gentle soap, wrapped up in a soft, froggy blanket. Do we have that picture? Because it was so cute. Oh, okay. Ashley said, there it is.
Oh my God.
Come on. Just adorable. Wrapped all snuggly. He was given lots of fluids, food, besides the brisket, of course, and water, too. Folks at the rescue center say he fell asleep and slept hard on soft, fluffy blankets that smelled like lavender. And to top it all off, they put him in an air-conditioned room, probably the first time he had ever been able to let his guard down. The Animal Services organization that's caring for Brisket, well, they're asking for donations, of course. This story has a very happy ending, but it is also a good reminder to be mindful when setting off fireworks this time of year. The 4th of July may be over, but people are still setting them off. We can't control what other people do. But if your pet is scared of fireworks, just like mine is, it is a good idea to talk to your veterinarian about ways to keep them calm. Whether it's a thunder shirt, creating a safe space in your home, or even talking to your vet about anti-anxiety medication, if that's something you're comfortable with, it can be a really scary time for our little guys and gals.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm glad that this story had a happy ending, especially for Brisket.
Can we see Brisket again?
I know.
I'm obsessed with him. He's like...
And the towel, I hope the towel made him smile.
I know. Well, and you think about, like, he's probably never had love or care or anything like that. He was probably really scared down there in the well. I don't know if we have a picture of the well, but it's
deep?
very intense. Yeah, 15 feet.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, hey, props to the people who heard him yelping for help.
Yeah.
Huge, huge round of applause for the firefighters, because if I had to go down in that well, I would be scared to death.
Dark.
And, another big round of applause for all those folks at the rescue organization, too, because the work they do is amazing. We're so fortunate in our area to have many amazing rescue groups, but those folks as well. You just, love to see it.
And I hope Brisket goes to a really nice family. He deserves it. And dogs are like family, literally, when they're a part of our lives. And so I hope that he gets all the love, and more so from his next owners.
I hope they keep the name Brisket.
Yeah.
That's a phenomenal name for a dog.
I think it's pretty matching, too. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
I look at him and I see Brisket.
yes, yeah, for sure. All right, hey, we have much more to come here on Ark Rochester. When we come back, we're checking in again with Chris Lopez. He's live in the kitchen with the restaurant Island Wraps. A lot of good day morning.
Yeah. Don't forget, you can watch us on the go or wherever you are. We are streaming live on the 13 WHAM YouTube page and foxrochester.com. We are back after this.
Yeah, and then for us it's fine, but I guess the camera thinks otherwise.
It's a jerk
but it's
chicken.
fine.
The hot and humid weather may have us looking for ways to cool down, but it also gives us the perfect excuse to enjoy some fresh summer flavors.
Luckily, Rochester has no shortage of great local spots serving up dishes that feel like vacation on a plate. This morning, Chris Lopez is at Island Wraps, checking out their menu. What are you laughing at, Chris?
Oh man, guys! So right before we went on, I'm sipping some of this homemade hibiscus here. This is fantastic stuff. Chef Patricia over here says, hey, that's pretty good with some wine or some rum. I thought she was joking. She goes, no, I can spike this for you if you would like to. But we're going to stay away from that. We're going to keep it PG-13, even though sometimes me as well as you back at the station drink. This is fantastic enough. And did I mention homemade as well? It goes great with some of the spices that are in the jerk chicken, or the jerk shrimp, or the grilled chicken. Yup, and that's what Chef Patricia is getting ready right now. And on top of that, guys, I will be bringing you back some, I believe, jerk wings, and what else are we bringing back? Or what am I bringing back?
Jerk chicken, we're gonna bring some wraps, grilled chicken, and some shrimp.
She absolutely insisted that I bring stuff back for you guys. That is a warm heart right there. I, unfortunately, have a cold heart, or else I would have eaten all this or taken it home for myself. But she advised me otherwise. Chef Patricia, what's the secret to you guys doing so well and people wanting your food, whether it's here or whether you're out and about in town?
The secret is our flavor and our genuine love that we exude to the people.
Is that what separates? Because there's going to be another Jamaican restaurant in Rochester, wherever. What separates you from them?
We're never grumpy, and we're very welcoming and inviting, you guys. Yes, and we're just true to the flavors.
Yeah.
We're true to the culture, and we're professionals.
Is there a chef that inspired you and your cooking? Or is there a chef right now that currently inspires you?
So in Jamaica, I would probably say my grandmother. In America, I love Chef Emerald.
Okay.
And I would love to take you on, Bobby Flay.
Okay. All right, Bobby Flay.
Yes.
If we could send this somehow to Bobby Flay, maybe she wants to get on and outdo Bobby Flay right there.
Yes.
Okay. Let's address all of the smells, the sights that are here in the kitchen. What is that? Because that isn't.
This is my grilled chicken, which is
Okay.
the simplest dish on my menu.
Okay.
It's flavor, but there's no heat. A lot of times kids or, like senior citizens, they'll start here. So I always make sure there's something for everyone. They may not want shrimp or spicy, but the grill will take them there.
And just to be, so you don't get confused, when Chef Patricia says flavor or spice, spice means flavor. Spice does not mean hot when we are talking Jamaican food. I think that we talked about that in the last segment. I just want people to know that now. What is one of your favorites on the menu? Not yours, but when people come in here, what do they like to eat?
The jam and jerk is
Jam
our
and
number
jerk, okay.
one seller, which
Okay.
is this meat here.
Okay.
And it can also be the wings, but the jam and jerk is our top sellers.
Okay.
It goes on top of our salads, a bed of rice and beans, in our wraps, which we're gonna make a wrap for you.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna make a wrap for you.
Waiting for that chicken
In goes
right there.
with the jerk, and we are usually generous with our meats. Okay, so this is the jerk, which will give you a kick. All right, and we'll do a grill one later.
And the jerk chicken is absolutely fantastic, by the way. She's adding the peppers and I believe some of the onions, which give it, obviously, some veggies. And then on top of that, that jerk chicken is fantastic. It's going to give you the kick. And then there's lettuce in there, which gives you that crunch.
And we're gonna give it a drizzle of my jerk sauce, you guys. We make these here ourselves. So some drizzle of our
Look at
jerk
that.
sauce.
I've-
Add a little bit of juiciness.
I've been eating good all morning because I've been eating in between these segments. So I gotta say, those fried plantains are so good. And when they're dipped in this proprietary sauce that Chef Patricia makes, it knocks it out of the ballpark. I cannot wait for you guys to try it. We're gonna check back in with you guys at about 8:43. It appears I have a wrap to eat. And then we have not showed you since the first hit what it looks like out in the restaurant area, out in the seating area. And then we're gonna show you the trailer that she's gonna be out and about today, I believe. Is that correct?
Today and tomorrow, yes.
Be out and about. So we're gonna show you what that looks like so you can go get yourself some jerk chicken. Back to you in studio for now.
Wait, we want to see you eat the wrap, Chris.
Is it wrapped? Is it ready?
I don't think, I think the wrap is getting prepared right now.
Okay.
So I'll eat that off camera. I'm sorry, you can't see that.
Oh,
That's proprietary as well.
Whoa,
That's my
whoa.
proprietary.
Okay. Thanks, Chris.
They're trying to...
Hey, don't go anywhere. When Ark Rochester returns, it's time for this morning's weather trivia.
Meteorologist Marty Snyder will be here after the break. Welcome back. All right, meteorologist Marty Snyder is here. We're taking a look at the break from the rain. We also have weather trivia.
Yeah, time for weather trivia, and it's been. Well, actually, I was going to give a little teaser, but I was almost going to give away the answer.
Oh,
Not really, but I was going to give a little hint, but I'm going to stop myself there. We're just going to stick to the question. Stick to the facts.
Don't do it, Mark
I
McLean.
know, I don't want to give it away. I stopped myself there. I don't want to give away the surprise. But yeah, our question today, we're going to go back a little bit in history, and we're going to talk about meteorological instruments. And you have to choose which one here was the instrument that historically used a strand of hair to take an atmospheric measurement. So, of course, not a modern version of this meteorological instrument, but a historical one. So we want to go with, or you may want to go with thermometer, maybe it's anemometer, maybe it's hygrometer, or maybe it's a barometer. So which
Marty.
one used?
We were such nerds in earth science that like we would make songs. And so I know what an anemometer is.
Okay, yeah.
And like it's a lame song, but it made me think of that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sometimes those little mnemonic devices or whatever, they're good for learning those things.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll help you out with this question.
Probably not.
May or may not.
I don't even think a hint would help me. Like, I know you were worried about, like,
Yeah.
I don't even think that would help.
Really?
I
Okay.
have no idea.
Okay.
No. I mean, I know, like, what a thermometer is.
Yeah. Can you measure temperature with?
Yeah.
That.
With hair? Human hair?
It could be, yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Horse hair?
I don't think it specifically has to be a certain type of mammal.
Okay.
I think it's kind of wide open.
I have horse hair in the walls of my house, which is random, I know. But
Yeah, but they used to use that in the plaster.
Yeah.
In old houses.
you know how horrifying it is to, like, drill and then all of a sudden, like,
Oh,
a
no,
clump
then it
of
goes
hair
back
comes
out.
out.
Yeah.
You're like, who's in the wall?
right.
Anyways, sorry.
Found a lot of things in old houses, that's for sure.
Really weird. Yes.
But yeah, and today's going to be a day when you can get outside, maybe do some work outside rather than indoors. Today we're going to get rid of the rain. We're going to dry things out a little bit, and it looks like an all right day coming up for us as we head forward. Now we're starting off right now with at least some cloud cover that has been present. We have had a couple showers out there. We're going to lose the shower activity. Some areas are already done with the shower activity. We'll track those showers in a few moments to let you know where they are. But in general, we'll rise through the 70s today. 75 at noon. We'll be somewhere in the upper 70s, close to 80 for a high. And there are those last couple showers that have been holding on, but you can see that gradual eastward push. Really slow movement. They will make their way out of the picture, but it's areas into the Finger Lakes. You'll see them a little bit longer. A lot of very steady, moderate, heavy rain for areas into, say, downstate New York, even into New England over the past 24 hours. A lot of that's still into New England, but not a factor in our weather during the day today. We're just on the very western fringe of those last couple showers, mainly Bristol Hills, portions of Yates County, even down the line a little closer to Ithaca as well. So especially southern Finger Lakes, seeing some of that. But for us today, we're going to see more sunshine work in, and as always, kind of a cool view there, seeing some of that sunshine.
That's
pass by.
neat.
Yeah, you can see the different levels of cloud cover, lower level and even an upper level cloud cover out there. But we're going to open up skies a little more throughout the day today. We're going to see more of that blue work through as we head deeper into the day. Right now it's mainly west of Rochester, been a few more breaks than areas to the southeast where that shower activity is. But mostly in the 60s now, some in the 70s, 71 in York, a lot of areas to the east, even southern Finger Lakes, a little bit cooler. Notice some of those mid and even lower 60s. That's where that cloud cover is a little more stubborn, where the few showers are, helping to pull temperatures back a little bit. But numbers are going to move along well today. And over upcoming days, it will be a slightly warmer trend. Today about 80, not too bad, but back into the 80s as we head through the next few days. And I think it'll be pretty consistent where we'll keep those temperatures in that range for a while. So any of those few showers that are out there now, they draw east and into central New York and away from us. So we're going to lose the shower activity, and you can watch from north to south where we see that sunshine work in. So that clearing is eventually going to reach the Finger Lakes. May take a little longer for the Finger Lakes versus areas along the lakeshore, but in general, we're going to see some of that sunshine come back in. Tonight, mainly clear. Maybe a few areas of fog into the southern tier, but even that fog lifts and dissipates pretty well for tomorrow. Tomorrow, a nice day. Sunshine for a fair amount of the day. Today, we have to wait for it. A little bit longer in areas to the south, a little bit less for areas north, but today's going to be that work in progress. 80 today. 84 tomorrow, 86 into Thursday, maybe a thunderstorm by the end of Thursday, but a lot of Thursday stays dry. And then we consistently stay mostly in the 80s into the weekend and early next week. So again, turning a lot more summer-like for a lot of these upcoming days. And today's just that work in progress. Just going to take a little while to get back into more of that sun for more areas.
You know what? It's a Tuesday, so I'm fine with it. You know,
Yeah.
like we look at the weekend. Not that I'm looking ahead to the weekend, but like it really is going to be beautiful then. So I'm fine with having like a development day today.
Yeah, and it's a Tuesday, so you know, it's
Exactly.
kind of Tuesday-like weather
Yeah.
for now.
Maybe,
at least, you know.
can wade in the pool
kind of
just
there.
a little bit.
Yeah.
There we
you
go.
have a
Yeah.
pool?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
We
feel
know
like you
someone who
do, but you're
does.
just like holding out on it.
No, I
No?
wish. Yeah. Maybe I'll get some pool time in the next couple of days.
yeah.
We'll see.
There is somebody on this team that has a pool.
Yes.
And has not shared.
And it's not here.
He's not here.
I think we need to crash that party.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
We definitely need
Cannonball.
to crash that party.
That's the
Exactly.
announcement. Cannonball. We're here.
We're here. All right, Marty, thank you.
Sure.
We still have much more to get to here on Ark Rochester.
We're back after this. Nice to meet you.
Abby.
Nice to meet you.
Stephanie.
Nice
Tell
to
them how
meet
to
you.
pronounce your last name.
Last name is Hessong. Hessong. Hessong.
Hassong.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Is this? I feel like we're.
On this Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for staying with us here on Ark Rochester. E-bikes have quickly become a popular way to get around, especially during the summer. But as their popularity grows, so do concerns about safety.
Yeah, rightfully so. Doctors at Golisano Children's Hospital say they've seen a concerning increase in serious e-bike injuries right here in our community. This morning, Dr. Elizabeth Murray and Pediatric Trauma Program Manager Nick Hessong are here to talk about the risks, the law, and what everyone should know, especially parents, before kids hop on those e-bikes. And I think the biggest thing to note here is there is an age limit for this, or an age where you can start riding the e-bikes, and a lot of kids are not following that rule, correct?
Correct, and I think a lot of people don't know, and people are thinking of these as a variation of a bicycle, but they really should be thought of as a variation of a motorcycle, and it's a very different mindset when you realize how fast these things can go. And so the law in New York State, it's different in other states, but in New York State, you have to be 16. You have to be 16 and you have to be wearing a helmet. And if we can get that message out, that hopefully will go some way. It would be great to have some legislation too, but we need everybody to hear you have to be 16.
Absolutely, and apparently it seems like recent patients aren't even close to that age, right?
No, we're seeing all different ages. We're seeing kids as young as 7, 8, all the way up through 15, where our cutoff is for peds. But the injury patterns are typically what we see with more serious, like motorcycle accidents, with severe traumatic brain injuries, internal organ injuries, internal bleeding. And 50% of the patients that we've seen have needed to go to the ICU. 50% of them, majority of them not wearing helmets, had severe traumatic brain injuries. And then another 50% had to have operations due to the injuries.
Because it is so much more than just a bicycle. I mean, it's electric, we know that, but it can go 10, 15, 20 miles an hour, yes?
Yes, and there's different kinds. So like my mother-in-law has one that just kind of, that she does on bike tours for long distance, which just gives a little bit of an assist. But then there's other kinds that have a throttle and can really go up to 30 miles an hour. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says that kids shouldn't really be on motorized devices that go beyond 10 miles an hour. So when you're thinking about 30 miles an hour, that's the speed limit for roads, for cars and communities. And so that's a fast vehicle. And if you don't have the education, the skills that you're used to controlling that, you can understand how it can get out of control very quickly, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I know that our conversation is focused on e-bikes, but I can't help but think about those scooters as well. Should the same precaution when it comes to a certain age or even having helmets on, should that be taken when kids maybe get out on these scooters?
Yeah, the laws are actually the same for the e-bikes and the e-scooters in regards to the age, and the precautions need to be the same. Because the scooters themselves, some of them can also go up to 15, 20 miles per hour. And it's the same thing, children don't have the reaction time, so when they're zipping through traffic or through a neighborhood and a car's coming, sometimes they don't have the reaction times to be able to stop in time, so they are just as dangerous as the e-bikes. And we're seeing a pretty much equal mix between the two in our ER.
Nick, I'm curious to know what you're hearing from parents when they bring their child in or their child gets brought in by ambulance. Are they saying, we had no idea about this rule, or, we really didn't think they needed a helmet? What are you hearing from them?
A lot of parents aren't aware of the law and that there is a law in place that the age is 16. A lot of parents also aren't aware of the risks and just how dangerous they are. I've heard before, we were thinking about getting one for their younger sibling, and their older child is there for an injury from them. So some of the parents that we're seeing are starting to think twice about it, but unfortunately that's after their child's already been hurt and not proactive, which is what we're trying to get the word out there for.
Yeah, again, when these are categorized as a bicycle, you can understand why there would be some confusion about it. And again, if you do a quick Google search, it can be hard to figure out exactly what the rules are because other states have very, very different rules where some do allow kids 12 and over to use them.
What are some of the resources that parents can look to so that way they're not at the last minute saying, if I would have known better, then I would have taken some different choices?
There are some local bike programs that you can, again, do a simple internet search to find out. Some of the commercial bike stores will have training classes available, others as well. The kind of rentable scooters and e-bikes have a training module on the app that's associated with it, but I think it's a bigger step than we would expect necessarily all of the consumers to take. But I really recommend if your child is 16 or over and you're looking to get one, reach out to either the store where you buy it from to see if they have classes or look for the classes locally. They do happen, and they're really so important.
So let's say you have a teenager, they are over the age of 16, and they still get in, a crash or they have a fall off the bike. They come home and they say, hey, I'm fine. Should you still reach out to, whether it's Golisano or your, local pediatrician or urgent care just to get them checked?
It depends on what you're seeing. You know your child best and your comfort level best. I mean, if they just have a small scrape or something like that you can bandage at home, that's fine. But obviously, if you're concerned about their head, if they're having trouble breathing, if they start vomiting, if something seems disproportionately, if they're disproportionately sick, then they should be getting checked out.
All right, good to know. Thank you both so much for coming in. And we'll be sure to post this on our website as well.
We still have much more to get to this morning on Ark Rochester. When we come back, we're once again going to check in with Chris Lopez. He is eating his way through the menu at the restaurant Island Wraps this morning.
Hey, and stay with us. Don't forget that you can watch us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live on the 13 Lamb YouTube page and foxrochester.com. See you after this.
You can't see me, but you can see me.
Hello, mic check 1, 2, 3.
We can see you, Chris.
Welcome back. Summer is the perfect time to try something new, especially when it comes to fresh flavors and local food spots.
Yeah, this morning we're heading to West Henrietta to check out a woman-owned business bringing together Caribbean and American cuisine. Chris Lopez is live at Island Wraps exploring what's on the menu and why this spot has become a local favorite. Hey there, Chris.
Hey, good morning, guys. Check this out. Check this out. This is what you missed during the break right there. Everything gone. Those wraps that you were trying to have me eat on there, I had to eat them. But guess what? I ate them off air. Drinks right here. Got the homemade hibiscus and the pineapple drink. Also gone. Belly full, mood happy. I mean, oh man, that's what food does right there. Here with Chef Patricia, also here with her daughter as well. I want to talk a little bit about the dining area because it's great. The moment I walked in here, it puts you in a very almost graceful mood. You're very happy. You do want to sit down. You do want to eat. It's very inviting.
Yes.
Was that the plan?
That was the plan, yes. You know, again, the idea was when you come through here, make yourself at home.
Okay.
Bring your family, bring your friends, and just come sit, relax, let your hair down, and enjoy yourselves.
And what you were telling me in between these segments is that you can adjust your menu to fit anyone's needs. Is that correct? Or did I just put some?
Correct, because I'm a gourmet chef. I have almost anything you need to cook it up from scratch back there. So if you don't like what's on the menu, or you know, there's something you'd like, just tell me. I will whip that up in a heartbeat.
That's amazing because restaurants really don't do that. They'll adjust some stuff, they'll take some things off, but they're not going to cook for you. They may say, hey, this isn't mom's house, but when you walk in here, this is your house, so you're gonna appease your customers. I love that. And from the inside, which is fantastic, but Chef Patricia has an event happening today, and we want to show you where it's taking place and what you should be looking for. And this is it right here. The trailer that she just got probably, Chef Patricia, would you say, about almost a year ago?
Yeah, a week away.
And I asked you, is it a problem to cook inside this at all?
Never,
And you told me not a
never,
problem.
because I have a full kitchen in here.
You have a full kitchen.
Full kitchen.
And when people come here, are they going to get the full menu that you serve in there? Or is it going to be a little more limited?
It's very close. We
Okay.
have a menu that we offer at the events, and everything on that menu is available.
Okay.
It's about maybe 40% of what we sell in there is what we will have available.
Do you love doing pop-ups out here? Because when I was asking you, do you like it better in there, or do you like to be out and about around the community?
So again, you know, the goal was the brick and mortar.
Yeah.
But we started out doing pop-ups in a tent.
Okay.
The trailer is new. So I do love the pop-ups because we get to meet so many people from all walks of life, and you know, you get to see us in action.
And are you proud of how far you've come? I mean, from cooking for your friends and coworkers for free, I must add, and you said
free.
40 to 50 of them, not getting paid at all. I'm sure that they paid you with love, but now you're getting paid to do this.
Yes.
Are you proud of yourself and how far you've come? I mean, you've literally came from another country to here and opened up a business.
I am very proud. I'm grateful, you guys. again, I'm doing this from my heart. And if I wasn't doing it from my heart, I would have hung it up 5 years ago.
Okay, nobody wants you to do that at all. So please come support Chef Patricia. When are you going to be open here?
So we're here today and tomorrow with the trailer, guys. If you want to eat inside, you're welcome to eat inside. But we're outside today, so come join us.
Okay.
And then after tomorrow, we're back on the road again. And we'll be doing pop-ups here, 1 or 2 times a week. Just check the calendars.
Are you going to be in Canandaigua as well?
Yes, I will be in Canandaigua next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for the art show.
There we go. So if you're in Canandaigua, like myself, please check out Chef Patricia. Yes. You will not be disappointed at all. And spice just means flavor. It's back to you in studio. We'll have all the information on our website on 13wham.com and Fox Rochester.
That's a good way of
My
thinking
belly is
of
full.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really.
Spice is just flavor. Very good. All right. Well, listen, we're really excited too, Chris. So thank you. And please thank Chef Patricia for us as well.
Yeah.
I will.
When Ark Rochester returns, it's time for this morning's Crime Stopper.
Yeah, we'll be right back after this. Kind of, she got a little scared.
Yeah.
Which, I totally get. And, my, hold on one second.
Yep.
Because sometimes this gets,
Yep.
they're just grabbing a mic check.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Are we looking?
I think we're good.
Okay.
I do appreciate all.
.49, it's time for this week's Crime Stoppers, and this morning investigators are asking for the public's help to identify a woman who may have information about a stolen credit card case.
Yeah, Captain Greg Bello from the Rochester Police Department joins us now with some surveillance images and more on how you can submit a tip that could help move this investigation forward. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, of course. Thanks so much for having me.
Let's get right into it. A stolen credit card case. I feel like this happens a lot, but more often than not, I would imagine we don't have surveillance video of it.
Yeah, so it's a problem that we have far too often, not just in the city, but across the country and across the world. So, while it's not the most high-profile case, it's certainly very annoying and detrimental to the person that has their credit card stolen and to the banks behind it and the credit card companies. We've all lost our credit cards before, and most of us, I don't know about you girls, but I have a lot of stuff set up on auto pay.
Yeah.
So losing a credit card is not great. And so in this case, what we have is we had somebody reach out to us a couple months ago that had lost their credit card or credit card came up missing, and they recognized some transactions on the card that weren't theirs. And so our detectives were able to track back. So these images are from April. The credit card was mostly used on the west side of the city and the county, out in your Lyle Ave, Gates area, Family Dollar, Dollar Generals, that sort of thing. And so this was a good security camera footage that we have, and we know that this probably isn't her first time. In interviewing some of the store clerks and looking at surveillance, we think that the person this woman had tried to use a card that got declined and then pulls out another card. Let me see if this one works. So clearly involved in the stolen credit card game of things. And so we're just looking for help. These are pretty good surveillance images. People know who that is, right? If you know a friend or family member or associate, you know, you can see a video like that and say, yeah, that's Susie or whoever. And so we're looking for somebody to help us with that and help hold people accountable because, you know, it's not a victimless crime. The victims are dealing with a lot of issues in terms of, you know, getting restitution for a lot of those transactions. And so anybody with information, obviously call the Crime Stoppers or email our criminal investigation section at cis@cityofrochester.gov.
It seems like the victim in this case took the proper steps afterward, noticing that the card went missing and maybe closing it down.
Yep.
What sort of steps do you recommend someone take, especially if they think that they may have lost their credit card?
Yeah, so number one, if you've lost your credit card or if you recognize transactions on your card, always be checking your bill. I know it's easy, everything's set up auto pay these days, but always be checking your bill and checking what transactions are on there. And if you recognize something that's not yours, reach out to your credit card company. They all have steps in place to help protect from fraud. But if you don't know about it, you're not checking your bill. So obviously keep checking them and alert the police. Either call 311 or 911. This started as a 311 call. It started as something very simple of, you know, I need the report for my bank, and we put the work into it. And so that's where we're hoping to hold somebody accountable for this, because we can't keep allowing this to happen because, you know, the criminality involved with it and the victims, someone needs to look out for them. And so, you know, we often talk about shootings and homicides, and, you know, just last week, Captain Marino was in here talking about homicides and some pretty serious stuff. This is serious as well on a nonviolent side, and we want the community to know that we're also doing deep dive investigations into these as well.
Yeah, and I think that means a lot to the community. You know, you see the really big crimes that happen and you think, well, you know, this is really inconvenient to me, but it's not as bad as what somebody else is dealing with right now. But there are still officers made to handle those cases that, you know, are horrible.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can't keep letting people get away with crimes like this. And so we make arrests in these cases, and this is where we're hoping for, with good video and good pictures of the community, to help us make arrests in this case and hold this person accountable. Because I can't say for sure for her, but little bit of experience here is this isn't her first time.
And when it comes to these cases, oftentimes it's hard to get surveillance, for example. How crucial is this in cases where it comes to someone's credit card and it may not be easy to just ID someone and be like, is this your card?
Yeah, especially because oftentimes you're dealing with a delay. When you're going off a bill, you're dealing with a 1 month, 2 month, 3 months delay. And oftentimes we run into retention issues at some of the stores in terms of how long they keep video for. In this case, we were lucky enough to get good video on a 2 month delay. And some of the other stores did not have video, but this was a good one. And again, that's where we're looking for help and trying to get this video out there.
Captain Greg Bello, we appreciate the time. We appreciate the surveillance video. People can reach out to the Crime Stoppers hotline. They can do so anonymously too, yes?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a ton of ways that you can help, whether through Crime Stoppers, it can be anonymous, through the Report It app at cityofrochester.gov, at the city website, the Report It app, 311, 911, or even emailing cis@cityofrochester.gov. Even anonymous, just a tip to help point us in the right direction of who that person is or help us confirm who that person is. Any little bit of information always helps.
Very good. Thank you so much for the time. We appreciate it.
Of course.
The Crime Stoppers hotline, 423-9300.
Hey, stick around. We still have so much more to come here on Ark Rochester as we continue into the 9 o'clock hour.
We'll be right back.
right to vote is considered one of the cherished freedoms key to American democracy. But voting rights in general were very limited in the founders' time and have changed greatly since then. We the people. The first three words of the United States Constitution say everything about the bedrock of this great nation.
Our fathers believed that if this noble view of the rights of man was to flourish, it must be rooted in democracy. The most basic right of all was the right to choose your own leaders.
Our founding fathers were adamant about the concept of popular sovereignty, but were utterly against a direct democracy that would allow the electorate to totally determine policy. They called this mob rule. Instead, they enshrined a more representative solution in the Constitution where the people would elect a representative to make decisions. The Electoral College was also established. But something that was not explicitly protected or granted in the supreme law of the land was a universal right to vote. Therefore, after the Constitution was signed in 1787 and ratified in 1788, only land-owning white males were allowed to vote in the first federal election as decided by states. Some years later, the property ownership requirement was dropped in 1856. But it wasn't until after the Civil War that a major milestone was reached with the 15th Amendment in 1870 prohibiting racial barriers to voting. It would take another century for civil rights era reforms to truly outlaw the discriminatory practices that were keeping blacks from the voting booth.
Every American citizen must have an equal right to vote.
The act to enforce the 15th Amendment, the Voting Rights Act, was signed into law in 1965. And well before that, another expansion of We the People came in 1920 when the 19th Amendment secured women the right to vote after decades of organizing, lobbying, and marching for suffrage. Today, voting and elections are still a huge part of the national conversation. For Amazing America, I'm Taylor Murray with the National News Desk.
on this Tuesday morning, July 7th. Thank you for sticking with us on Ark Rochester. I'm Abby Ferdman.
And I'm Stephanie Joseph. That is meteorologist Marty Snyder here with a check of the forecast, answer to weather trivia, and Muddy Paws.
Yeah, have a little bit of everything today. And since it's been so humid recently, I figured we'd go with this trivia question. This is our question for the day. We're going back to old types of weather instruments and what we had to use to actually figure out variables in the atmosphere back in the day before we had all these electronics that we can rely on these days. So what weather instrument historically used a strand of hair to take an atmospheric measurement? There are your four choices: thermometer, anemometer, hygrometer, or a barometer. So I know we had quite a few people weigh in online, so here they are. We have Sarah, Charlene, Florence, Debbie, Ron, Barbara. Oh, everyone with C there. Happy Tuesday. Love their team win. Thank you. Cassandra, Patty with C. We have Cheryl and Janet with C, and Tahuti and Babs with D for an answer. Let's see, who else do we have? We have Allison, we have Herb, both with C. Thanks for the sunshine. You're welcome, Herb. You must live west of town. You're probably seeing more of that. Areas of the south will see more of that. But Kylie with C. We have the Lima Pumpkin Festival and Ag Day with C. Paul with B. Cheryl and Dave with a C. Happy Tuesday to you both as well. Let's see, D for Katie and Robert. Richard and Eva have a C. Frank with C. Mary Pat, Frank's wife, with D. Colleen and Kevin with D. And Judy and David with C. It's a lot of D's and C's. Looks like we're settling in on. What do you think? Are you going to go with the crowd, or are you going to be rogue and go with an A or a B?
I knew what two of them were.
Yes. The anemometer measures the wind speed.
Correct.
So I was leaning toward that. I do not know what a hygrometer is.
Okay.
And then thermometer seemed, and there was no A people. So that's the ding dong.
Yeah.
Wrong. I really don't know. Do I go with the one that I don't know, or the last one?
I'm going to go C. I am, because I don't know why. Hygro is making me think of hydro, which is also making me think of water and humidity, and my hair gets frizzy when it's humid.
Yeah.
So that was my reasoning.
I guess I'll jump on the C bandwagon.
Okay. And I think you're going in the right direction with that.
Yeah,
Abby, you're
let's go.
right in the right track right there, Abby. Yes, that is it. It's the strand of hair. What happens is with a higher humidity, it lengthens the strand of hair, and with lower humidity, it'll shorten it slightly. And all you have to do is put a little arrow on the end of that, the end of the hair, and that's what made the first hygrometer, or measurement of the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. Way back in the day, it was in France back in the 1700s.
My gosh.
They came up with that. 1700s? Yeah, it was 1700s, late 1700s.
And it could have been any kind of hair?
I believe so. Yeah, I have seen references online to usually human hair, but I think other animals could be used as well, since it has the same property.
Interesting.
So yeah, so that's the answer for that one. Going back in history on that one a little bit. And we have Pumbaa here today. Yes.
Where's Timon?
Yeah, right? But yeah, today's going to be one of those days where it's going to be dry for most areas. Yeah, there are a couple of the last showers down into the Finger Lakes, but we're going to look at it with the optimistic viewpoint. We'll call it dry pause for today, with drying out in those areas that are seeing the last couple showers. Tomorrow looks dry. Thursday, Friday, late Thursday going into Friday, may see a shower or a thunderstorm. And then as we head into the weekend, looking a little drier as well. So good news for getting pets outdoors over some of these upcoming days, with a couple more dry days in store for us before that risk of rain increases a little more. Today's going to be an all right day. It's a day when we are seeing a few showers southeast, but even they will taper off. We're going to see temperatures mostly in the 70s to near 80. We'll end up at about 80 as we head through the afternoon, with more sunshine working in as we head deeper into the day. Now there's that last little segment of rain that's mostly holding down through the Finger Lakes, down into the southern tier as well. Most of the activity is well to our east. They saw a lot of rain down towards New York City, New Jersey, even into New England yesterday, even today in New England. As you can see, a lot of it's focusing there. But we're just on the very western fringe with that one little band there trying to hold on, mainly Bristol Hills, and even more so east into and southeast into Yates County, and even southeast towards Ithaca. So again, that focus is away from Rochester. We've been seeing a few breaks of sun try to work in, and we're going to see more of that. You can see the different levels of clouds passing by there. Always kind of a cool view when you see that animation with that activity moving through. But we're we're seeing some of that sunshine work in, a little more sun off to the northwest there as we're looking off in the distance, and that's where that clearing will come from. And notice most of the temperatures that are at 70 or in the 70s are mainly along and north of the thruway. Some of those areas to the south through the Finger Lakes a little cooler, even as you get down towards Cohocton, about 63, a lot more cloud cover, and the showers in those areas have kept temperatures down a little bit, but they'll catch up. Just going to take a little longer, but turning warmer over some of these upcoming days. Today a little above what we saw yesterday, and then generally in the 80s over many of these upcoming afternoons. So there goes that rain. That's the first change that we'll see, and then gradually more sunshine works in. Notice a lot of areas north of the thruway start to see that clearing, and then that clearing encompasses more of the area going through the afternoon. So even areas south of town will get back into some sunshine. Just going to take until a little later in the day for that to fully play out. Tonight mainly clear, maybe a little bit of fog south of town, and then for tomorrow back into some sunshine for a lot of the day. I think tomorrow looks like a pretty nice day. So average high this time of year about 82. Today below that by a couple degrees. Tomorrow above that by a couple degrees. So hence the average, and then we get up above average as we head through Thursday, Friday, even into the weekend. Not by much. So again, it's going to be summer-like, just not as oppressively hot nor as humid as what we saw last week, but nice little stretch of weather overall for this time of year. Nice little summer-like stretch.
I think a lot of folks can appreciate that, break from the humidity and all of that.
Yeah, it'll have that summer-like feel, but not those dew points in the 70s and not the temperatures in the 90s like we saw last week. So not that midsummer-like heat, but definite summer-like feel.
And also the return of sunshine. I usually open the window shade when I go home, but it was so cloudy yesterday. I was like, what am I looking at?
Yeah, don't even bother. Yeah. I've been waiting to mow my lawn. I've been waiting for just a nice day for it to dry out a little bit. So today's the day. It's been a little too long, but been waiting for today, and today I'm going to get out there and get that done.
Do you have a push mower or riding mower?
Riding mower.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. So at least there's that, right?
Yeah, it's really not bad.
Put the music in and just kind of go for it.
Get the earbuds in, get the hearing protection on there, keep the earbuds down, but then the hearing protection on for the tractor. So it's a little combination of the two. But yeah, it works. It's nice getting out there. I can't complain.
Yep. Safety first.
Yes, very true.
All right, Marty. Thank you.
Sure.
Hey, stick around. We still have so much more to come here on Ark Rochester, including when we come back, we're looking ahead to Jordan Health's Front Porch Festival happening next month.
And don't forget, we are streaming on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and on foxrochester.com. We'll be right back.
Thank you. You joining me, right? You gonna be on? No? Oh. Oh.
Hello, sir.
Oh.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Good
Thank
morning.
you for coming in.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
thank you.
Abby.
Hello. Nice to meet you. Hello, Stephanie. I'm here.
Right there, please.
All right.
How are you today?
I am doing well.
Great. They're just going to grab a quick mic check from you. Can you just say your first and last name?
Frederick Johnson.
Perfect. And I want to make sure we have your title right. Dr. Frederick Johnson, Interim President and CEO of Jordan Health.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. We're happy to have you here today.
Great. Thank you.
So we're in commercial break right now. When we come back, Steph and I will do
Always something to look forward to during the summer here in Rochester. And this morning, we're looking ahead to an event happening next month that's all about bringing together health, community, and family fun.
Jordan Health's Front Porch Festival is growing this year with new sports tournaments, more activities, and plenty of resources for families. Joining us now to share what's new, we have Dr. Frederick Johnson, the interim president and CEO of Jordan Health. Good morning. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You know, we were just talking during the commercial break. This has been going on for about 6 years now, and it's getting bigger and better every single year. Break it down for us. What can people expect?
It is growing every year, and this year on August 8th, we're going to continue to expand the services and the programs that Anthony Jordan Health Center has been doing for over 100 years, and we'll be at that location providing healthcare, dental, as well as social activities for the community residents.
And there's some new things to expect this year, right?
It's going to be a basketball tournament. We're going to have some new service providers who will be there for providing services for young folks. And we're expanding it with other community agencies. And so we're partnering with the First Genesis Baptist Church. We're partnering with Eddie Balsauce, which is a local business right on the Hudson Avenue area. And so we're doing what we call community collaborating, so that we not only provide healthcare service, but other services to the people in the community.
Yeah.
You know, it might seem so obvious, but why is it so important to provide these services for those who, you know, may not get them if they don't go to this center?
Well, historically, Anthony Jordan Health Center has been there to serve those without regard of their ability to pay. And so that has been our heritage, that's been our tradition. That is, we are one of the first FQHCs to have been recognized in the U.S., and so we continue to provide that service to a wide range of folks throughout the city of Rochester, again, who may not have the means to pay, but always, as anyone else, needs appropriate and quality health care.
Absolutely. And I want to get down to some of the resources that you were mentioning. Dental screenings, for example, even vision?
Dental screenings, medical screenings, vision. There are going to be other service providers. You're going to be able to connect with resources for not only services during that day, but future services, so that we can become more health conscious in our community and people be aware of the services that are provided.
You know, going to the doctors or the dentist or the eye doctor, it can be a little intimidating. You know, there are a lot of people who don't like to go. Do you feel like when you involve some of these activities and you bring the community in, it makes that a little less intimidating? It makes it, you know, easier for people to take that jump?
Absolutely. And, you know, I must just recognize the fact that Anthony Jordan Health Center has some of the greatest providers who make uncomfortable situations bearable and as well as amenable to individuals. And so because seeing a doctor or seeing a physician or seeing a provider is something that can be challenging for some folks, Anthony Jordan's providers actually make it a pleasant experience. And so we've been doing that for 100 years, and we're looking to continue to do it for maybe another 100 years or so.
That makes all the difference.
Yeah.
And next month, it's hard to believe with summer just starting, but it's going to be a crucial time for families as they're thinking about back to school. You really want to get ahead of any medical forms or anything like that. What is it like for families when they stop by? How does that help them approach any of those things before the school year?
Well, that is very important because as families prepare for the new year, which starts, not the new year, the new school year, that starts during the August time frame, you want to make sure that you have the appropriate documentation for those who are playing sports or who are attending school for the first time or who need an immunization update. And so we provide the ability for them to have those services, as well as to connect with Anthony Jordan for future services that they may need in the community.
And going for those regular screenings, those regular checkups, they can make all the difference in somebody's health, yes?
Absolutely, yeah. Semi-annual dental cleaning, seeing your primary care provider, seeing your eye doctor. Those are services that we provide, and those are services that if anyone who's interested and doesn't have a primary care provider and lives in the community and looking for a quality health center, Anthony Jordan Health Center is there.
And for anyone who may be looking to connect with the Anthony Jordan Health Center or maybe just learn more about this event, where should they go to learn more?
They can go to our webpage, the Anthony Jordan webpage, and there's a direct link there in terms of connecting and providing information. The Front Porch Festival, August 8th, from noon to 4, that information is on our webpage as well. But we're looking forward to partnering this year, as well as continuing to expand it in even greater ways in the next few years. Some of the things that are happening in the community, there's new homes going up in the Crescent area, the new families are residing in the area that may not have had as much development in the past, but there are many things that are going on that are beneficial, and so we're looking forward to continuing those services.
For somebody who's like, I want to get involved in the basketball tournament, how can they do that?
Well, they have to show up, come prepared, and have a good time.
All right.
I mean, that's and we're looking forward to our young men and women, young men and women come out to play basketball and enjoy and have a great time in this summer season that we're in.
Wonderful.
For sure. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll post all the event information for you over on our website.
Hey, don't go anywhere. When Ark Rochester returns, we're taking a closer look at how fans are reacting after Team USA's upsetting loss yesterday.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Well, America's thrilling World Cup run has unfortunately come to an end.
Team USA fought hard, but in the end couldn't climb out of the hole, losing against Belgium 4-1.
Claire Weber from our sister station in Seattle has more on how Team USA's run has affected thousands of fans.
Just over a mile from Seattle Stadium,
USA! USA!
Red, white, and blue filled every corner of the waterfront.
How many times is the World Cup in the U.S., let alone your home city?
USA! USA! Thousands of fans, some friends, some strangers, who chose to soak in each play together.
This is honestly a dream come true.
It was a free kick goal that put the U.S. on the board. But that would be the highlight.
I love watching them play. It's an unfortunate loss.
Falling short in the round of 16 was never the desired outcome, but what a journey it's been to get here.
It's heartbreaking, but at the same time, it's still great to see the team perform at this level.
A historic run on home soil that's brought people together across the country.
We've gone further than we have in a long time. They've inspired. I think they've inspired the nation. We needed this right now, right? We needed a little something.
And a chance for Seattle to shine on the global stage.
And this last month has been pretty spectacular here in Seattle. It makes me proud to be a Seattleite and an American at the same time.
While the road ends now, this team's impact won't be forgotten.
We're here for them. We're supporting them. I want to see them keep going.
Reporting in Seattle, I'm Claire Weber.
Yeah, disappointing for sure.
I know.
We still have much more to come here on Ark Rochester.
We're back after this. Wasn't this?
Test. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah. Oh, is that Marty?
Marty!
Yes. Is that Marty?
I'm listening to you.
Oh, the voice.
Well, it's 9:24, and it's time for
Truth or Trash?
Or Trash! The #1 rated show in the universe, believe it or not.
In the multiverse, I think multiple
wow.
universes
You're
at this
right.
point. Yeah, a lot of
Congratulations
positive.
on that award,
Thank you. This award I gave myself, and I'm just telling you all about it. Well, thank you for being here again. We're all obligated to be here.
Yes.
Truth or Trash? I have 4 stories today. You know how it works. Some might be true, some might be trash. All true, all trash. We just don't know. Even I don't know. No, I'm kidding. I do know. But I'm going to start it off with this. For any, Raiders of the Lost Ark is my second favorite movie. So this is a pleasure. The second favorite. My first favorite's Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Naturally.
I do love Indiana Jones. So this is about new technology might help solve the mystery of the Ark of the Covenant. A Tennessee professor is determined to find that the final resting place of the Lost Ark, he thinks, is in Jerusalem, just south of the Dome of the Rock. The Ark is said to have disappeared in 586 BC, following the Babylonian sacking of Jerusalem. The professor suggests detectors which track subatomic particles that come from cosmic rays in the atmosphere will uncover all sorts of things underground. The Ark, of course, is said to possess supernatural qualities and contain the stone tablets of the 10 Commandments. Interesting. And I'm interested. He thinks it's right in Jerusalem. We'll touch on this later when we wrap up. The next 3 stories, kind of a food theme we have going on right here. Okay. So this next one, oyster-infused soft-serve ice cream in Japan will shock your taste buds. Look at Stephanie's face. It says it all. The combination of milky, soft serve ice cream and fresh oysters might just be a match made in heaven. This summer delight is served at a roadside stop in northern Japan along the coast in Yamada. It can be served drizzled with soy sauce and can be a shock to the taste buds, according to those who have tried it. The stand is expected to serve the ice cream through the end of this summer. Can you taste it now?
Ew.
I've never had
Yum.
oysters.
The smell.
I don't know why.
The smell.
Yeah. How about that soy sauce drizzle, though? That certainly fixes a few
I
things
mean,
there.
we tried soy sauce and ice cream on Ark.
We did.
Oh.
It wasn't a favorite of mine.
Yeah, soy sauce is very salty to me.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan.
Seafood and dairy.
Seafood and dairy goes together. Is that the rest of your thought there? Goes together. How about this new dipping sauce at Alaskan McDonald's? They're offering jellied moose nose dip as a sauce. Now, yes, McDonald's chains in what is it? How do you say that? Juneau, Juneau and Anchorage are trying to offer summer tourists a taste of their part of the world by offering a unique dipping sauce. They are pureeing up jellied moose nose, and it's exactly what you think. It's usually seasoned with nutmeg, cloves, salt, and pepper. It pairs very well with McNuggets and those morning breakfast hash browns. It's like an Inuit or an Eskimo tradition, I think, is the jellied moose nose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
I've never heard of region-specific, like within the country, region-specific sauces.
Yeah, so I remember living in Japan. They would have, like squid burgers and things like that with squid ink based off sort of the regional tastes.
Yeah.
They would do that, and I remember I tried it was like a black patty with squid ink in it or something. Yeah, wasn't my favorite.
Wow, really?
Not
Was it like
really.
a gusher?
Not really. What'd you say? What'd you say? I missed it. What?
Was it like a gusher? Like those snacks?
Just like this burst of liquid? No, it wasn't. It was. I think they took the black ink and they sort of grilled it in that, so it had like a texture to it. Yeah, it was.
I wonder what
it was. I don't remember. There's a picture of me on my Instagram eating it from years ago, but maybe I can dig it up somewhere.
Yeah, go through the archives.
Go through the archives. Last story, Russian store to offer world's first indoor fishing pond. A Moscow shopping center is building an indoor fishing pond 10 meters by 3 meters to be filled with various carp, catfish, and other fish that shoppers can try and catch. The underwater action can be viewed by people in the store. It's unclear when the pond will open. No one is allowed to keep any of the fish they catch. Activists are already saying, and think about this is going to be torture all day for the fish getting hooked and released just all day long, constantly.
Yeah.
So those are the 4 stories. Tennessee professor, hot on the trail of the Ark of the Covenant. He thinks it's in Jerusalem. Oyster-infused soft-serve ice cream in Japan that's going to shock the taste buds, drizzled in soy sauce. Alaskan McDonald's, some of them, offering jellied moose nose dip, pureed. And a Russian store to offer the world's first indoor fishing pond. So, as always, ladies first. Do you want to give any guesses?
Okay, I want to say that the first one is trash, just because I feel like a lot of detail, probably in relation to the film, and so you're able to connect some dots, but I feel like it's malarkey, so I'm gonna say trash. The second one, I'm gonna say true. I've heard of crab-flavored ice cream, so that's...
Do tell us more about that.
I've never tried.
Sounds like a Maryland treat.
I know, yeah. For the third one, I just don't know. I feel like because I haven't heard of any region-specific sauces, I find it hard to believe that. But then again, it's Alaska, so I'm gonna say, against my better judgment, true. And then the last one, I'm gonna say true for that as well.
Right on, Abby, go for it.
Okay, Indiana Garzone. I'm gonna go.
Say that again. I love the sound of that.
No, you like it too much.
I love it. Indiana Garzone.
Don't feed the animals.
Jeez. I'm gonna go. That one is true. I'm guessing that you saw that and you jumped all over and you're like, yes, have to.
Cracked my whip, put my fedora on. Yeah.
Oyster-infused soft serve. My dad worked at an ice cream manufacturing plant in the Western New York area. I don't think I can say which one, but they were trying to develop savory ice cream when I was like a kid, and it was not successful.
Did they go that far?
It was similar in a way, in a very Buffalo way. So I'm going to go true with that one. Alaskan McDonald's, I can't imagine that the FDA would be on board with that. So I'm going to go trash. And Russian store to offer world's first indoor fishing pond. I'm going to go trash with that one. I feel like after a while the fish would learn. And then that would be an unsuccessful business.
Oh, they're as smart as the giraffes from yesterday, right?
They could be.
Figure it out.
They could be.
Those dynamite fish brains, yeah.
I'd say the first one's kind of far out there. So I'm going to say no on the first one for the Ark of the Covenant. This one, I don't know. There are a lot of true Japanese stories that you tell us.
I know, and they're all weird.
It sounds like, yeah. So it's one of those that could be true.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna split the two in the middle because the first one, they're both kind of food things. I'm going to say no for the first one. I'm going to say yes for the second one, for the Alaskan story, because I think McDonald's has used regional things like that as test beds and then spread it to the country if it floats in the area.
That's not floating down here.
Let's see, for the last one, that's like a Bass Pro that you can actually fish in.
Oh, yeah, you can do that, right?
But I don't think, I've seen people online jump into the Bass Pro pools where you're not supposed to, but as far as fishing, no, I think that one's fake.
If there's a will, there's a way. People will jump in.
They will,
ruin
yes.
it for all
Do it
of
for
us.
clout.
Yeah, so let's go down the list. You guys ready for this?
I'm ready.
So the first one is true. There is a Tennessee professor who feels he's hot on the case of the Ark of the Covenant in Jerusalem. The second one, true. Oyster-infused ice cream in Japan. That's being served up right now. Third one, I just made it up. I heard about this jellied moose nose that was in Alaska, and I thought, well, let's regionalize it for McDonald's up there. So that's fake. Last one is true. No word yet on when that is going to open up, that fishing pond. And I want to say with the first story here, the Ark of the Covenant, this great book I read a long time ago called The Sign and the Seal. This author believes, and I'll tell you where he thinks the Ark is, in Ethiopia, of all places. And he says it right up front, but the journey to why he thinks the Ark is in Ethiopia is fascinating. If you ever get a chance to read The Sign and the Seal, pick this book up. It's an amazing read by Graham Hancock. And are we looking at the Tennessee professor now? That's him on the ground there going through some stuff in Jerusalem. I doubt the Ark is in Jerusalem. And I was having this conversation with Christine Kelly earlier. I doubt it's intact in Jerusalem. If anything, it was taken out of the city during the Babylonian siege. Do we have any pictures of that ice cream there, Ashley? Oh, there she is.
No.
Yeah, Maru.
There's stuff sticking out? No. I guess that's just how it is.
I would probably have it just once and never again.
Never, ever.
Never, ever again. Yeah,
Think of the texture.
And think of the stomach problems afterwards. And then there is the indoor fishing pond in Moscow.
Nice.
See, that's peaceful looking.
Yeah.
I was also picturing like a Bass Pro Shop,
Yeah.
which is a chaotic place.
It's a circle. That's all I saw.
Looks like a movie set.
Yeah, it does. Wow.
Very cool.
Well, I mean, indoors, I guess that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, no.
However you want.
Yeah, so lots of stuff there. Kind of got food themed towards the end there, but we'll have more Truth or Trash tomorrow, I think, and all this week and all next week as well.
I want you to know, when you are not on for a while, I do get emails and messages to my Facebook asking why we're not having Truth or Trash. So it is missed.
Well, people learn a lot from this, including myself, just digging through these stories and seeing what's wild and wacky out there, and all the stuff I make up too is kind of a fun deep dive for me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, all the crap I make up.
All right, Christian, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, stick around. We still have so much more to come here on Ark Rochester, including when we come back, we are getting ready for the return of the Geneseo Airshow happening this weekend.
And don't forget, we are streaming on the 13 WHAM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Come join us. See you back after this.
We're going to hold you to it.
It's only Tuesday.
I get it.
Yeah, it's good news.
How are you guys doing?
Excellent.
Good. They're just grabbing a quick mic check from the both of you. If you could say your first and last names.
Craig Wadsworth.
Tina Tricler.
Rory, can you just double check Tina's microphone, please? I thought it sounded a little.
Tina Tricler?
Yeah.
We might just need to turn it off and then turn it back on again. Some of them have been a little funny. Yours is good.
Yes.
Well, I'm also going silent.
Thank you. All right, so
thank you.
when we come back,
Already, if you want
we
to just say your name again and title.
Okay, Tina Treichler, Airshow Coordinator.
Excellent. Thank you. Steph and I will do a quick introduction to the segment. It'll come out to all of us. We'll have like 4.5 minutes to talk. It'll be super easy.
Okay.
All right. Okay, you guys must be like keeping your fingers crossed for good weather, huh?
Well, when I saw Marty's forecast this morning online, I
Welcome back. From historic warplanes to some of the most advanced aircrafts in the world, the skies above Geneseo will be filled with incredible sights and sounds this weekend.
Yeah, the National Warplane Museum's Geneseo Airshow is back, bringing vintage aircrafts, live demonstrations, and a whole lot of family-friendly fun. This morning, we are getting a preview of the event. We are joined now by Airshow coordinators Craig Wadsworth and Tina Treichler. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning to you. Thanks for having us.
I think the great thing about this event is that it's fun for the entire family, as we were saying. What can people expect?
Well, we have, as I like to tell people, we're more than just an air show. We have a full immersive reenactment camp. So when people come through our gates, they'll get to go through some World War II reenactors. We have some Vietnam reenactors. We have some military vehicles on display. Then they enter our real grounds, and we have vendors where people can purchase food. We have a kid zone. We have a STEM tent, free of charge, both of those items, where kids can explore and play. We have our flight line, where people can access the airplanes in a much more accessible way than at other air shows.
This is going to sound so simple to say, but like airplanes are pretty cool. What do you think the attraction is?
Well, with us, we have a huge historical focus. We talk a lot about our veterans. We're expecting a 102-year-old veteran from Buffalo that will be sharing his experiences underneath the kind of airplane he flew on during World War II. So Casey will be with us. We'll have other veterans. We have a presentation of the veterans that are our guests with a veteran salute along with the aerial demonstration. And just a whole lot more going on all day. All of the museum exhibits will be open to the public, and everything is all one price. Once you come through the gate, it's all free.
Wow. We also have free bottled water thanks to our sponsors at Wegmans. Our kids zone is free thanks to another sponsor. And we have a veterans tent where veterans can come and hang out in the shade, enjoy some refreshments, and kind of be doted on a little bit.
Yeah, as they should be, for sure.
And speaking of refreshments, one of the things that we do is not only do we have the Wegmans sponsorship with bottled water, but we allow people to bring their own refreshments into the event. And so they can either buy on site if they prefer, or they can bring in their own. But one of our changes for this year is we have a cafeteria tent, so people can get their food and they can sit under cover. And last year it was very hot, so we were trying to mitigate that for people. So that's a new thing this year as well. And again, that's not something people have to pay separately for.
Wow. That's fantastic. And it seems like the air show has grown and grown over the years. I imagine, given America's 250th birthday, there's a little more pomp and circumstance this year. Is that right?
It is, and it's a focus event for us. It's part of our advertising and part of we have a custom poster and program that are made each year. So there's discussions of America's 250th in that as well.
Yeah, and you both had mentioned the importance of history and highlighting it for this show. Why is it good to reinforce that, especially for the young ones in our community, so they know the history behind these?
Well, my real job is I'm a high school teacher, and I speak to my students often about things like this, and they really don't know. Many of them don't even know what an air show is. They'll say, well, what's an air show? So it's so important for us to get them involved. Our STEM tent is going to be talking not only about history in the STEM tent, but also about properties of aerodynamics and physics and that sort of thing, just to keep it alive, really.
And we feel like, I mean, there are many fine museums around the country which do not operate their aircraft, and they have a role with historic preservation. We feel like, especially for young people, you said in your intro, airplanes are exciting, and to see them start up and the smoke and smells and the vibrations, and then to see them flying is just another way to bring that alive to those young people.
Do you have a favorite plane that you are looking forward to the most?
Personal favorite, I am licensed to fly the B-17, and we have a B-17 at the air show this year, and being able to see that again is very, very exciting to me. But really, I love them all, from the largest to the smallest, but there's a special place in my heart for that airplane.
Which is actually on site already, and they are available. The public can come in prior to Friday and can tour their aircraft on our site.
That's fantastic.
Are there any other flyovers that you may be looking forward to, or any specific aircraft?
Well, the F-22 is always a crowd pleaser. It just amazes me. But we have aerobatic demonstrations going on that show people what a real aerobatic aircraft can do under the hands of a skilled pilot. The P-51 doing their aerial demonstration, but even the World War I airplanes that we have coming. And to look at the difference between the technology from early in the 1900s to the middle 1900s to now the 2000s is just an amazing breadth of engineering advancement.
Yeah, that's fantastic. If somebody wants to come, why wouldn't they? Want to come to the air show, they can still get tickets, yes?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah,
fantastic.
nationalwarplanemuseum.com is our website. From there, they can purchase the tickets. We offer two styles of tickets. We have general admission seating, which you can bring, I think Craig mentioned, you can bring your own food, drinks, wagon if you need it for the littles. We have that option, and we also have a tailgate style where they can park and they sit near their car when they watch the show. General admission is available at the gate. Tailgate is going to be pre-sale only.
Okay.
Good to know.
And the best tailgate spots on Saturday are already sold out, but they are available on Sunday. We have 3 levels, red, blue, and green, and the red on Saturday is sold out. The rest are selling well, but get out there early.
Fantastic. And we'll keep our fingers crossed for some good weather for you as
Thank
well.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for coming in. We appreciate it. And if you'd like more information, of course, we'll post it on Fox Rochester and 13wham.com.
When Ark Rochester returns, we're taking a look at some of the stories that have people talking this Tuesday morning.
Yeah, we're talking trends on the other side of the break.
9:46, time to see what's trending now, starting with a new gas station that's getting a lot of negative attention online.
Los Angeles is preparing to welcome its first ever high-end fueling station called Maggie's Refuel.
According to the creator and food tech entrepreneur, the business is inspired by Japan's 7-Eleven culture and Italy's auto grill.
The idea behind the gas station is to turn routine pit stop into a 5-star experience.
Maggie's will pair elevated soft serve and locally baked pastries with convenience store staples like Diet Coke, peanut M&Ms, and Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
The station will also feature EV chargers alongside regular gas pumps.
The chain is also set to launch a mobile app offering loyalty points and rewards.
The station is set to open in 2027. However, it's already getting a lot of hate online.
Majority of the commenters are questioning whether anyone really needs a 5-star gas station and are calling the concept tone deaf, especially with the high prices of gas.
Some are even calling the store a woke Buc-ee's and joke that gas is going to be organic and an extra $10.
Now, there are others who are eager to see what a luxury convenience store entails, but they don't believe it'll last long.
Well, I mean, I don't know, Steph.
I just don't think that the 7-Eleven culture in Japan is hard to recreate.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of like niche things there, and it's an experience. And I don't know that this is an experience.
When I make a pit stop,
yeah,
it's usually just for gas. I'm one of those people who does not like to stop on a road trip.
Me too.
I'm like, you're hungry? We're gonna bring snacks. If you wanna stop, I have bad news for you. You're just gonna have to wait. So the idea, like, it's just not something I could see myself doing.
Yeah.
That being said, I have been to a Buc-ee's.
I really want to go.
It's a wild place.
Yeah.
It's like the Wild West in there. In the South, like, the whole world revolves around the beaver, Buc-ee. And everything in Buc-ee's is Buc-ee's themed. Like, if you want like kettle corn, it's called like beaver nuggets.
Yeah.
And if you want like beef jerky, it's like, well, it's not beaver jerky, but you know what I mean. Like everything is Buc-ee's brand, Buc-ee's themed. And I think that is the appeal, is that it's absolutely wild and crazy, and like you go in and you're like, what is this place? And then people are like chanting about brisket, or back to brisket, but they're like chanting about it. And it's a crazy place, and if you get overwhelmed easily, that's not the place for you.
Yeah.
With this thing here, I'm like, why do we need to be fancy?
Yeah.
But that's just my take. I don't know.
It's definitely not necessary. Now, would I want to try the soft serve? 100%.
That soft serve look amazing.
But it's just, it's lacking for me.
Yeah. But Buc-ee's, I'm all about it.
I know.
All about it. And Wawa, oh my gosh, when I lived in D.C.,
yeah.
Every day.
I think I have to visit the one back home. They opened one a couple years ago near this thrift store that I like, so I might have to stop by.
If you do, pick me up a pretzel, okay?
Okay.
Those are my favorite. All right, we're going to turn now to Purina. Their search for the cutest pets in America.
The pet food brand is once again bringing back its Chief Snuggle Officer contest.
This year's competition will crown one puppy and one kitten as honorary brand ambassadors.
In addition to each winner receiving a $25,000 salary, Purina will donate $10,000 to a local animal shelter in each winner's city.
The contest is open to puppies under 12 months old or up to 24 months old for large breed puppies, and kittens under 12 months old.
Owners can enter by submitting photos, a video, and a short resume explaining why their pet deserves the title of Chief Snuggle Officer.
Last year's winners were Pudim, a Cavapoo from Kansas, and Ika. This is them right there. An American short-hair kitten from Queens.
It's like a little teddy bear.
They don't even look real. They're so cute. Okay, according to Purina, the role's responsibilities include setting the standard for top-tier snuggles and cuteness while also promoting healthy growth, playtime, and proper nutrition for your pets, young pets.
Yeah, the company also joked that ideal candidates should have a strong track record in comfort delivery, cross-functional cuddle collaboration, and consistent performance in high-stress situations.
3 puppy finalists and 3 kitten finalists will be selected before the contest moves to a public vote beginning on August 17th.
That's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Applications are now open on their website and will remain available through July 17th.
Both winners will be announced in early October.
I'm eager to see who's going to win.
I know. That being said, I mean, I think maybe like an old rescue dog, old rescue cat. Maybe they're a little crusty. Maybe they're a little gray. I feel like that could do wonders.
Exactly. It's all about the comfort. If they meet the criteria, why not?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I love a puppy and I love a kitty too. So, you know, what's not to love, right?
I'm thinking maybe Marty should hop on this. He could enter Binky or Rocco.
I know, but they're not little. You know what I mean? I don't know how old Rocco is. I think
Rocco's tiny though.
He might be able to qualify.
Yeah.
I think he's still a baby, but I don't really know about that. Dexter is 17, so he does not qualify, and Jaybird is an unknown age, but she's definitely not calm and relaxed, and she doesn't do well with like Mondays or snuggling. So
Who does, you know?
mine are off the table here. Moving along, we've talked about sleep divorces here on the show, but now there's a new kind of divorce that's trending.
It's called airport divorce. So couples are choosing to diffuse travel stress by separating themselves from their partner.
Whether that's sitting in different sections or taking completely different flights, couples say the temporary pre-flight separation has saved them from petty fights and unnecessary tension.
I have thoughts. I'll explain them later. Okay, after taking space from one another during the traveling process, the couple eventually, they meet up at the same destination and begin their vacations.
According to one couple, they take part in airport divorce a little differently, choosing to pack their things separately, book their flights separately, and arrive to their destination on different days.
They say that it has made them look forward to traveling more, and that it gives each of them the choice to do things how they prefer.
A lot of commenters online are calling this genius, saying that they plan to implement this trend coming up for their next big vacation. I want to hear your thoughts. Go.
I feel like your partner should help alleviate any anxiety that you may have. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know about this.
It sounds like there are other issues that need to be worked through if that's the case. And I'm not saying okay. Sometimes you're traveling with somebody and they don't know where they're going, they don't know where their boarding pass is, and that can be very stressful. Conversations need to be had if that's the case. Yeah. But I can't imagine just ditching my husband and being like, oh hey, I'm gonna leave and I'll meet you in 2 days wherever we are, and good luck getting there. I would never do that.
Maybe they've been married for 30, 15. I don't know, but I don't see it. Maybe was it Kelly Ripa that tried something like this?
I couldn't tell you.
I have to look it up, but maybe.
I don't know. All right, we gotta go. When we come back, our final thoughts on this Tuesday morning. Our final thoughts of the morning on Ark Rochester. Oh, the words have been really. Time for our final thoughts here on Ark Rochester.
It's good. You got it.
I have been a disaster all day.
No.
It's Tuesday.
You're doing all right.
Yeah.
Well, now the show's over. No, great.
I don't know. You just didn't hear me.
Steph carried the team today.
No, exactly.
Steph. Wow.
Shout out.
But tomorrow's your day.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, Marty and I get to be on top of it, and you get to mess up. All right?
Sounds good.
All
I
right.
still won't be there by Wednesday.
Right.
Maybe
the
by
words
the
will be blending into each other.
Yeah,
at that
right.
point.
It
Yeah.
happens.
Good. It's the sleep deprivation. That does it for us here on Ark Rochester. Be sure to wake up with us again tomorrow morning, starting at 4:57 on 13 WHAM ABC.
Much more live local news coming up later for 13 WHAM News at midday. We'll see you tomorrow.